Can we bounce back from that abysmal performance against the Doggies? Are aliens real? Let's find out. Roll the intro. It was pretty much an annihilation the last time we met the Roos. On a cold winter's day in the middle of July, we played them at the MCG and beat them by 66 points. It was our 8th win in 9 recent matches last season, and it started propelling us to the top of the ladder and in fine form. In this game, DeGoey and Checkers kicked 4 goals each. The Hyphen and Stevo kicked 3 apiece. My boy Taylor Adams absolutely dominated play, had a game high 10 tackles, while Grundy got the better of Goldstein. And of course, Pendles was doing Pendle things, 30 possessions, 4 clearances, and a little bit of burn along the way. This was the game that Moore was laid out 15 minutes before the bounce. Daicos came in, had a pretty good game, mid-20s possession count, and he laid 7 tackles. So the Roos had a bye last week, but the week before that, they versed the Giants at Hobart. A second half fade out and no dazzle and no pizzazz saw them lose to the Giants by 23 points. When I was doing my little researching for stats and stuff about this game and for this video, I noticed that in that game against the Giants, not one North Melbourne player had over 24 disposals, which is, I don't know, in this day and age is a bit, absurd, but each to their own, I guess. One of the best on the ground was ex-Pie Marley Williams, took a game high 7 intercept marks. As you know, last week we versed the Bulldogs, abysmal performance, but we somehow came away with the win. Real crappy game, very scrappy, our skills were just nowhere to be seen. Thankfully, that second half, led by Grundy and Treloar, propelled us to a 9-point win. Like I just said, Grundy had a best on ground performance, followed by Treloar, and DeGoey was just doing DeGoey things. The Roos bring in untried youngster Kyron Hayden from Subiaco as an in-and-out midfielder in place of Taylor Garner, who's out due to a club-imposed sanction. After a week of will they won't they, the Pies opted not to play Scharenberg, instead keep him on the emergency list, give him another run in the VFL, and hopefully bring him in next week. So to replace Hal, they brought in Daicos, and you're probably thinking, that's not like for like. Daicos is a midfielder at times, more of a forward pocket player. Hal's obviously off the half-back flank, in the back line, and you'll be fine in saying that. It's not like for like. What I think they're going to do is Ben Reid's either going to go down back, where we know he played some of his best football, or Myercheck, who, when he was playing for Port Melbourne, that's where he played mainly in the back line before the Collingwood call up and he started in our forward line. But like I said in my last video, I cannot wait to see Daicos lighting up the field alongside Callum Brown and Darcy Moore. So I may as well rename this segment Grundy matchups, because this is the part of the preview video where I talk about Grundy's ruck work against the opposition's ruck work. So this week he versus Goldstein, who is one of the best ruckmen in the league and has been for the last couple of years. At the moment, Goldstein's ranked 4th for hit-outs to advantage, while Grundy is ranked 2nd behind Max Gawn. Now, the Kangaroos and the Pies kind of have a similar thing with their ruckmen, where they're both good at hit-outs, they're both good at hit-outs to advantage, but their clearances numbers are down. The Roos have got a lower clearance average than us this season, so we have to take advantage of that. I feel like Goldstein is coming down in value, getting a little bit older. Grundy's reached his, well, not his peak form, but he's getting to reach his peak form, and I feel like he's going to dominate the ruck this game. Last season, with Darcy Moore as the laid out, Hal played on big boy Ben Brown. So obviously this season, Hal's not there, but Rufford's going to get the job on Brown, I would say. I don't see it going any differently. I reckon he's going to keep him to 1 goal. Rufford's been a stopper all season. He's been playing really well, and I'm going to say it again, one of the greatest pickups of the season. But Moore will be down there as well to help out if need be. In our forward line, I think that the Roos are going to play Marley Williams on Jordan DeGoey, and that's going to be a tantalising matchup. We know Marley, from his ex-days as a Pie, lots of grunt, hard-working. DeGoey's a big-bodied player, and it's just going to be such a good matchup. The key area for me this week that we need to focus on is to not let the Roos get those goals over the top like the Bulldogs did a lot last week and like Fremantle did in our loss to them. As a player, it's so easy to commit yourself forward, you try and help out. They play this very offensive game style, but when that quick turnover comes through, when that quick counter-attack comes through, we always get found out over the top, and you can't let those goals leak through if you want to be playing, finals footy and going deep into September. I think Collingwood will win. We'll win by, I'm feeling 34 points. And my big call is that on his 2019 debut, Daicos is going to kick 3 goals and 1 cheeky dad-like snap from the pocket. I feel like this is going to be a big game for Braden Sire. If he plays like he did last week, this week, he's not going to have a chance when Adams comes back into the team. I think he'll drop out and Adams will take his spot. Now, I personally love Sire, love the way he goes about it, and I can see a place for Adams and him in the midfield. But, you know, you can't go less than 45% efficiency, 19 disposals like he did last week. I feel like he will get it up into the high 70s, gather a bunch more disposals, and hopefully break that 10 tackle count that I predicted earlier in the season. So that's it from me. Just a quick video previewing the game, my key areas, what I think. But as always, I'd like to know what you think. Leave your comments down below or on my Instagram at SwoopLuke, or tweet me at SwoopLuke. And you know, I'd love to hear from you, even if it's not about the game, even if it's just about my video layout. Am I talking too slow? Definitely not. Am I talking too fast? Do I need more visuals? You know, I'm open to suggestions, so just let me know. Also, I'm 28 followers off of 100, and that was like, you know, hitting 50 was amazing. Hitting 100 is going to be even more amazing. I'm not going to get a plaque from YouTube, but, you know, personal goal, obviously. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, and while you're there, click that like button, give me a thumbs up. In the meantime, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets. Until next time, I'll swoop you later. After a week of will they, won't they, the Pies went with won't they, and they won't, damn it. Huh? No. Had it is.